Hello everyone and welcome to the first and possibly last Shady Cicada Q&A. I felt like taking a break this week, so I'm just going to answer some questions and we're just going to see how things go. Ableton or FL Studio? I haven't used either, so I have no opinion. This is going to be a great Q&A. Will Bandana D be in Smash Bros. Ultimate? If my boy doesn't get in, I don't know, I guess I wouldn't care that much. But you know, how do you analyze an anime cover and create your own? I don't really know. I just kind of play or cover the song, and then I just learn the things and I realize their techniques. I don't know how to describe any of the techniques because I don't know music theory that well. So, when are you releasing the Shady Cicada body pillow? First of all, 7 or 8 string guitars. It all depends on the person using it. For me, I'm just gonna go with 6 because I don't think I'm good enough to use my 7 yet. So it all depends on skill level and how you can incorporate all of the strings without just chugging on the low end. Also, do you think we can get a Balloon Guy guitar pick? Yes, I would love to do that. If I can find a store that will do this, I will do it as soon as possible for you guys. Do you prefer hard or soft water? You know what? We need both kinds of water. It's like a yin-yang kind of thing, you know? Good and bad. Light and dark. People who eat pineapples on pizza, and normal human beings. Your waifu and garbage. You know, you just gotta have a balance. What is your favorite anime? Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero, I guess. What was your favorite band when you were 14? Sum 41 and Avenged Sevenfold. I was a very punky lad. What are your favorite bands and how have they influenced you? Billy Talent is my all-time favorite band. Then you have Periphery, Avenged Sevenfold, and they've influenced the way I structure my songs and write my chords specifically. The harmonies, reel them in with the harmony, that's from Iron Maiden. My Hero Academia opinions, it's good. It's very good. When are you gonna post more acoustic covers of your songs? Is that little mouse bobble thing on the back of your hand a tattoo, or do you doodle it on before every upload? I doodle it on. It's not real. And no, I don't have any other tattoos, but I do want to get a tattoo sleeve one day. What is a question? A miserable pile of curiosity. How did you decide on the name Shady Cicada? I'm gonna save this one for another video because it's kind of a long story, but to sum it up, both Shady and Cicada are both dedicated to 2 people and 2 experiences in my life that made me who I am today and made me pursue this music career. So there actually is a story behind it. Can I does is give you a hug? Yeah, I mean, sure. No, I'm kidding. I would hug the fuck out of you guys. Do you like Deja Vu running in the 90s or gas running in the 90s? Come on. What are your favorite video game soundtracks? Donkey Kong Country 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, many others, but I can't think of them. What are your favorite type of games? Platformers and RPGs. What do you think about Metallica and AC/DC? Metallica's alright. AC/DC, I love their riffs. I don't know if I can stand that singer. He kind of sounds like if Toad and Marge had a child and that child was a heavy smoker. No offense if you guys like him or anything. I'm not a big fan. You've been! No, we're not doing that. When are you using that left out part from your Fever Dream song? Soon. Do you prefer cats or dogs? Dogs. Have you watched Avatar The Last Airbender? Nope. Do you have any musical idols? Plenty. David Wise, the composers for Xenoblade Chronicles and Final Fantasy, you know, Nobuo Uematsu. Koji Kondo, a lot of other people from bands as well, like the entire Billy Talent band, Muse, all of that good stuff. Make a Joe joke. You thought it was Shady Cicada talking, but it was actually me. A dead f***ing meme. Hey Shady, what will you choose? Jojo or Jojo? Choose wisely. I can sense a lot of Jojo questions coming. What's your favorite Crazy, noisy, bizarre town. Star Platinum. Joseph. Mario. Okuyasu. Kira. Part 4, if that wasn't obvious already. What do you do when you have one music idea but you don't know how to make it into a song? Usually I'll just put it on the back burner and not worry about it. So just anytime you have a small idea, record it, put it in a folder. I have a folder of like 300 of these ideas. And eventually when you're making another song, just go through that folder for fun, because you might be re-inspired to make something out of it, or you might realize, hey, this can fit with this other idea or in this other song. So just archive them and don't dwell too hard on it. Do you notice me, senpai? Uwu. What am I gonna do with you guys? Do you study anything music related in university? No. Fun fact again, I never went to college or university. Right after high school, I just got a job and I started gunning for a career in music. I did take one night school class in high school though that was on composition, and that's where I learned how to use a lot of my music programs now. So that was probably the most I did. What other languages do you know or barely know? I barely know French, and that's it. That's it, you know, it's just sweet pineapple, you know. Je ne parle jambon, you know. Do you listen to anything besides rock, anime, or other guitar music? Basically anything I could dance to in a club. What is your real gender? I feel like if I do the wrong answer here, there's going to be a few blogs about me, so I'll just say I'm a balloon. Have you ever thought of revisiting old covers and redoing them? Yes, I have, and eventually I probably will. Explain the plot to your anime so far. I don't really have a plot. You guys, the viewers, though, have been making the plot, and I love reading it. What do you do in your spare time other than working on music? Well, I play lots of video games. I hang out with my friends. If there are events happening anywhere downtown or wherever, I'll usually go and check it out, most of the time with friends, but sometimes I'll go alone and meet some new people, make new friends, and then I do things with those new friends. Sometimes I'm playing badminton or something else that makes me realize my cardio is absolute garbage. You know, just the essentials. What are your thoughts on Super Paper Mario? I know that there's a very 50-50 division on this, but I actually really enjoyed it. Not necessarily as a Paper Mario game, but more as a classic Mario Brothers game with RPG elements and a story. I think when you look at it like that, it makes it a lot better. Why haven't we seen a vocal song yet? Your voice is fine. First of all, thank you for thinking my voice is fine, but I can't sing. I'm awful at singing. I go to karaoke, and I sound terrible. I have fun with it. I have lots of fun with it, but I'm like hot garbage right now. One day I'll practice, but not now. But I am getting vocalists. How do you usually write songs? Sometimes when I'm feeling a certain mood, I'll play my guitar, and if it starts vibing with that mood, I'll elaborate on whatever I'm playing and then turn it into something. The other way is just shower thoughts. Like, I'll just go in the shower, I'll just think about music in my head, and I'll be able to come up with something. Sometimes I'll just knock a thing on a table and it sounds like a song, and then psh, there it is, final boss theme. How long have you been a musician? Almost a decade now. When did you get your Black Damien Platinum, and would you recommend it? I got it about 4 years ago as a backup guitar, funny enough, because it was really cheap. And I ended up loving how it felt and loving how it looked, so it became a main. I would totally recommend it, even with the bass pickups. I do have custom pickups in them, the Marzio Titans, but it's a good guitar either way. What is your most favorite album and your most influential album? My most favorite album is probably Billy Talent 2. And my most influential album is probably, Xenoblade Chronicles or something, if that counts. Have you ever considered forming a band or a group to play at live shows? Yes, I'm planning this very soon, actually. The only problem is I don't know if I should be doing anime and video game covers, or if I should just be doing my originals. What are your plans for the future? Band? Family? Personal goals? Well, I want to be financially stable through what I do right now, which is YouTube and making music. Then eventually I want to become a composer for video game soundtracks or anime or whatever. I want to keep doing what I'm doing now and just try out new things in life, meet new people, find new hobbies out of that. As for starting a family or relationship goals or any of that, that'll come when it comes. Would you ever consider dyeing your hair at all? I think I've passed that phase, but back in my high school days, I dyed it all the time. I had red streaks, green, blue, purple, I think. One time I accidentally dyed it all platinum blonde and I looked like a brown Super Saiyan. What advice can you give to someone who has trouble learning music theory even with videos? Probably get a teacher. A teacher can talk to you one-on-one in person and they can tell you exactly what you're doing wrong or exactly how you should be learning this thing once they get to know you. Do you teach guitar and would you teach online? I don't teach guitar mainly because I don't know music theory and I'm kind of afraid of being a bad teacher as a result. But if people are still interested, then maybe one day I would be down to do it. Hey guys, I'm doing a tutorial of You Spin Me Right Around by Dope. This was requested to me by popular demand, which is like one dude. Have you ever played in a band, and if you did, what kind of music did you play? I've played in many bands. Two of them were ones that I played a big part in. One of them I formed, the other one I wrote basically most of the music for. It was always metal or progressive metal, and I got to have a lot of stage experience from that. I got to play in many venues in Toronto. It was a fun experience, but I don't know if that's something for me now. For now, at least. How are you? You know, things could be better. Things are a little stressful, and it's been a weird and rough year, but you know, I'm getting there, things are getting good, and I'm taking breaks, so, you know, just living life, playing games, hanging out with people, so I'm doing pretty good right now. Odd question, do your hands hurt a lot after playing guitar? No, they don't. If they do hurt, you should probably reevaluate the way you play. That being said, I need to do that as well because I've never been taught about proper posture, so one day I'll have to look into it myself. What video game genre do you want to write music for? I'm down for pretty much most things. If it's a beat 'em up, a platformer, JRPG, RPG, whatever. I'm good with it. I always enjoy challenge. Who would you like to work with for a video game? Monolith, because they were my main influence for what I do now. The Xenoblade soundtracks are amazing, but I mean, Nintendo's a huge one. There's Square Enix. There's a lot of indie devs too, the people who worked on Shovel Knight. I wouldn't mind working with Danny B, you know, Toby Fox. That would be amazing. And how long does it take to make a how-to song and video? If it's like a very, very small one, like a how to make a dungeon theme, then it's probably the span of 2 days to make the song and the video. Other times it takes an entire week. And if it's a really, really important one, then it could span an entire month. Do you have an actual job, and what is it? Not anymore. I'm currently doing YouTube full-time. It's not paying enough to be full-time yet, but it's really close. My job used to be cabling. I used to cable voice and data cables and run them through ceilings and walls and whatnot, and then I'd actually strip the cables and set up the jacks and blah blah blah. It was actually kind of fun. Tips for getting into a rock/metal band at a younger age? For me, I always just found friends in high school or whatever that played instruments and wanted to do music, and that's how I got into it. Or you can go to a concert or a club or something and find people there. Have you ever considered making a contest for the people who follow your how-to videos? Yes, as soon as I can figure out prizes that are worth your time, I will do that. I've had this video game idea for a very long time, and I keep writing out the script in my head, which I really should write down somewhere physically. But I want to wait until I'm financially stable and able to do something like that. Anyways, guys, the hat of Q&A endings has landed on my head, which means the Q&A is now over. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you somehow, for some reason, want to see more stuff like this, let me know, and you can ask more questions in the comment section below, and then maybe we'll do a part 2. Feel free to make them very personal, but if you are curious about music, you can feel free to do that too. As usual, if you want to see music stuff every single Saturday, give or take, you can hit the subscribe button down below. Special shout out to my patrons right now, scrolling across the screen, for helping keep this channel alive and potentially making it a full-time job in the future. If you're interested in checking out my Patreon and seeing all the rewards it has to offer, you can check out a link here, a card up here, a link in the description below. And if you look into your heart, you'll probably die. But, you know, the Patreon link might be there too. I also have a Twitch and a Twitter if you want to come along and be social with me. I actually started streaming again, and it's a lot of fun. So just come on by. I'm trying to do it at least 3 times a week. Also, you could always check out some of that merch. I got some Balloon Guy beanies and hoodies and shirts and other things, caps. So check it out if you want. There's a link here, a card up here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy all the music to come. There should be a new how-to next week. I haven't actually thought of an idea yet, but I will. So yeah, that's all. Have a good day, and I'm gonna go, well, probably edit this video, but then I'm gonna play some video games. So goodbye.